Hi friends, it's Jeannie from Clifton's Crafty Casa. Come on in and join me as we upcycle a little patio table using chalk paint and Essential Stencil. So we're going to get started here. The first thing I did is I took this huge thing. I'm not gonna bore you about how big it is or anything. Well, okay. It is 16.5 inches tall, and the top is 12 inches wide, and it's one of those metal tables that you see around. It was white. I painted it black with my black chalk paint in ink, and I'm not thrilled with the coverage or the look of the coverage. However, I'm going to do a lot of stenciling on top of it, so maybe it'll look better when I get done. And so let's get started, because this is going to be a project. Let me put, hey everybody, sorry I haven't been on. It's not a bird bath. It is, yeah, it's a flat top. See, it has a flat top, and it has a, this is the color it was, white. So it's hollow bottom, but a flat top. I use it to put things on my patio, you know, like a flower pot or whatever. That's what I use it for. Okay. So I've had it out there, and it's been white, and it sure does not look very good out there. And my son says, what pot? What table out there? And he had no idea it was there. So that's how observant he is, or that's how it stood out. So I'm going to use a decorative tile stencil. This is from Essential Stencil. Okay, and that's what it looks like. There's quite a few, and this is the one I chose. I can put us up on top. Hey Donna and Jeannie and Stephanie, thank you for being here. And Mary is next at the Painted Peach. So if you want to check her out after I'm finished, hop on over. That's why it's called a hop, YouTube hop, because we're not on Facebook today. We're just on YouTube. So hop on over to her page and her YouTube page and see what she's doing. You love stenciling, Stephanie? I do too. This is my niche. This is what I do. So I've got some, I'll put you up on the other part too, so you can see it better. You don't have to look at me. But I've got some white paints called plaster from Waverly. That's what I like, white. I don't like real white. I have to have off-white. That's my favorite. Hi, Wendy. So let me change the layout here and we'll get started. And I'm just going to swing this over so that you can see the top, what it looks like. You can still see me, but there you have the top. Now I use some tape, some sensitive tape to put it on, because this is a cone shape. So it's kind of coming up a little bit here. I'm going to have to be really careful and push down hard. I'm using a 5/8 inch brush from Essential Stencil. All right, so I'm going to take this paint and I'm going to rub my brush and get some paint on my brush. And then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to circle it. Now this is a plastic plate, so it's not going to take off any paint. It's just going to move it around. So then I use a coffee filter and I rub on that so that I see I've got a dry brush with just paint on the inside there up in the bristles. So I'm going to go, let's see what's best to do here. I So I'm just going to do a circular motion and get in these spots. Now I have to let you know that Renee from Flip Flop Furnishings, one of my favorite people, I call her my mentor because she got me started on doing all kinds of different kinds of stenciling. She did a cafe table the other day. Now it was circular, but it wasn't cone shape. It wasn't a full thing. So I'm trying something new, but she gave me the idea of, gosh, go out there, get that ugly looking white table out on the porch and bring it in and make it look pretty. So I'm using that paint. You see, I haven't got any more paint on my bristles yet. I'm running out just a bit, but whoops. Okay, that's all right. It's going to be fine because we're going to put a second coat on. Okay, so there we've got that first coat. And I'm going to offload on my coffee filter. I know you can't see all of this. It's kind of hard when the project is bigger than the camera width. And I'm just going to put a second coat on there. And I should have waited just a little bit. Let me put some air on this. I don't want any heat because heat will make my stencil kind of bend a little bit, and it's bending enough right now. So I'm going to put my heating tool on just air. See if I can get that dry there. And then start again. Oh yeah, that's better. So that's going to cover so much better. I'm going to, I have to be careful where if I just slid my paintbrush down my thing. That's why I have my black brush is all covered up in a wet wipe so that I can use it, continue to use it while I'm doing this project. Because I don't want little white spots all over my black exterior here. Up here at the top, it might look a little janky. We'll see. We will see. All right. So let's take this off. See how that looks. So that looks pretty nice. That looks nice. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go all the way around the top part first, because I have to get it exactly at the top in that crease, and I want to have it close to the other one, so I have a completed. Okay, I got to do it straight. I'm going to get it right up there in that crease. And get it as straight as I can up in that crease. Put that down. Now this is sensitive tape, so that should be okay on that painted surface part that I just got through doing. Load up and see how we're going to do. Now, if it didn't work, I have my black paint ready for on the go to redo it, because this I'm not going to sand off. I just am going to paint over top if I make a mistake. It's kind of hard to sand it off of metal. I mean, it can be done, but it's not something I would really like to do. I mean, the noise of it right now kind of drives me crazy a little bit. And I see that it's gone. I'm a little crooked here, so I'm not going to worry about too much at the top, because you can hardly see it when it's sitting on the porch. because it's down so low underneath the lid or the tabletop. So I hope everybody's having a great day. Oh yeah, you could do it on pots. You can do it on terracotta pots. Yeah, you can stencil on terracotta pots anytime you want. Those are good. Other pots, plastic pots, as long as you use a paint that's going to stick on a plastic, you might have to use some what they call it, primer. As long as you use a primer. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. I like it with that apart a little bit because they're really not tiles per se as they are, as some people might put tiles on here. Okay, so I'm going to go up here, try to fit that on there. I'm giving it a little space. I decide this had a little bit of space, but you notice it was thin and then wide here because of the cone shape. That's what's going to happen. So I didn't measure per se. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it to see if this fit. I mean, it's just decorative. It's, you know, you can overlap, underlap, you know, maybe the back won't have so much on it compared to the front. And you can decide on how you want to do it. I just want it to be decorative. I'm not really being careful about where it is on the pot, on the table. And it's not sticking really, like right here, it's kind of up above. And I want to make sure that I push down on that when I'm stenciling and not try to get underneath. I don't want it to go underneath the stencil. That's the biggest thing, is getting it to be right. Now I didn't put 2 coats on this one right here, but I think it's going to be all right. Okay, so I have enough room for one more, so I'm just going to put one more, not worrying about where they are in relationship to each other too much. Got a bristle there hanging out. My brush has black on it still, and I can cover up the little scratches I'm getting. When I spray coat this, it will stay so that it won't come off like that, or won't scratch like that. No, Painted Peach is the last station on the hop. Okay, so let me turn it. Let's do project view a little bit. You can't, let me just slide this over so we switch around here. So here's how it looks. Okay, some of it I got closer than others, but that's okay. That's all right. I'm going to go around on the bottom now, and I have to sit down. I can't stand much longer. I will have a fainting spell, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to go right in between the two I already did to put a new one down. So you can see there where it's in the middle between the two. You see there? It's in the middle between the two things. And I think this is better to see maybe the project a little smaller on the side instead of me. I think you will see this project a lot more better. More better. What did I just say? Better with just the project on the small side. Sorry, I took an allergy pill, but it didn't seem to help today. I'm a little bit cold, and I'm just trying to do my best here. So let's get a little bit and do another coat. I'm not using any heat, you guys, on that, with that heat tool, that dry tool. Just trying to dry it with some air. It's pretty thin paint because when you stencil, you want thin paint. So that's how it goes. Yes, Wendy, thank you. Hi, Christy. Trying something new. Just trying. Let's see how it works. I think I'll be happy with it, so it doesn't matter if anybody else isn't, because it's mine. Okay, so there you see that one there. And I'm going to go in the middle of this one. In between these two here. I'm just taping it down there. My tape is kind of wrinkled up, but it's okay. It'll something. It's so funny. The sensitive tape is the tightest tape you have, but it doesn't take the paint off. I just don't get that. But anyway, all right, get it down on there flat. Do some more here. Oh, look at the link at the top in the comments. Can you see the comments? Simply Bewitching Crafts by Wendy put in the comments the link to go to the Painted Peach. I didn't put it in my description. I am so sorry. She is the other hopper. The last hop. I'm glad I'm using StreamYard today because I don't think this would have worked on a regular post on Facebook, regular Facebook video. I think you'd like to see the product being done and the person doing it. I don't know. Okay. All right. So, yeah, you can stencil on anything. Just depends on what you use as the paint, or make sure you use a primer of some sort. You could even do it on your glass screen door or something. I've seen people do that before. I think this just gives it a fun little thing. Now this over here wasn't far apart like the others were. So I'm just going to eyeball it as to where it should go. I'm going to put it right there. And we'll do the top in just a minute. We'll do that last. And because I'm not going to do any more than these two on this. I'm going to leave the bottom black. Okay, and then we'll do one more on the bottom. I want to make sure that I pull it tight on one end before I put it all the way down. Then it doesn't have the bulges out there. And my stencil line so far has not bled. I see a couple of issues with this one that I had a hard time with. It was the second one I did. So I will fix that after I get off. I think I'll probably paint that over with black again and try it again so it doesn't look so clumsy. Wasn't that it got bled through, it was just kind of I think the back end of the stencil kind of made it have some spots. I'm swirling so that I get places everywhere. But I mean, I can antique this and then it wouldn't make much of a difference. How you know, you can antique it by sanding it or glazing it with Valspar antiquing glaze. Something like that would be pretty. I like black and white, so I don't know that that's what I'm going to do. I really like black and white. It's my favorite combination. Okay. So there I go. There I have the bottom done. Okay, and I probably could have measured better and maybe done it not so close on this first one, but I can use that as the back of it, right? I mean, it sits against the wall. It has really two backs because it sits in the corner, so it has two backs. But anyway, so let's see if you can, let me see, do I want to do anything on the top part? Put it this way. And I don't know that I want to do, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to do the underneath. I'm going to get my black brush that I have out, put a little black paint on it though, and clean up some of the white marks that came from stenciling, from moving that stencil around. I know you probably can't even see me doing this. I'm going to do that around there, just kind of give it another. All right, let's do the top. So I'm going to have to move the project thing, and I will have to stand up for this so that you can see it because it is not high enough for you to see. That's pretty good. I could probably move it over this way like that, and then you could see it. And I think I'm going to go right in the middle. And then I'll do a little bit around each side. So I have another project as well, but this is the first one that I wanted to try. And I forgot to offload too much, so I didn't think I put too much on here. So I just used a light touch so it won't bleed. And now I'm doing a little heavier touch because it's not as dark or not as full. I'll put a little more on there. You can always do light touch and heavier touch as you go. It's great. Let's dry that, get it darker. This is so much easier than the sides because of the cone shape. I really didn't have to do the cone shape. Thank you. Oh yeah, Margie, I can see you. I haven't been looking at my comments for a minute because I'm up here in the clouds doing this project, but I see your comment, honey. Are you on the road? You love that I used a basic square shape and make the bottom shape. Yeah, I'm hoping that, I think it works okay. I mean, I like it. So I'm just going to take, and before I put this down, I'm going to wipe off the back of my stencil because I see where it's coming through just a bit. my other project is coming down onto the table. And I don't want that to happen. Push it back up. And I think I'm just going to go and try to make that as close to that as possible. And we'll just go around that part. I will say one thing about plaster craft chalk paint. It sticks to my stencils really badly. So I have to really soak my stencils, as well as I use that Dawn Power Wash to do that. Okay, I want to do that darker. Let's give it a shot of air. Do that a little bit darker. Over here on the edge where it goes off, you want to make sure that you have all of those spots just as dark as everything else. Okay. Ah. Okay, you see that? Where that went. I noticed that my phone went back from being landscape to portrait. Sorry about that, guys. So I'm going to do the opposite side here. And it doesn't look like I'm very straight in the middle, so I'll have to really make that look good in a minute. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I'm having some dizzy spells, so I'm going to put it right like this so you can see it. Maybe move this over farther like that. And I'll just do it like this. I'm trying not to faint on you. Sitting, I'm okay. It's the standing. I don't know. I have lots of people tell me, those are those crystals in your ears and stuff like that, but I'm not sure. So I'm just going to take it easy until Monday when I go to the doctor. So okay, we will try that. And I think I want to turn it this way so I can see it just a little bit better. I don't want to scrape it on my table. The table has edges that aren't, it's just a piece of wood. So I don't want it to scrape off my paint. Be as careful as possible. Do all that. Second time. All right, so let's do this way. And I'm going to do the center one. It's easier to start in the center than to start on the edges, because you kind of, that way you don't do, your pattern isn't off, I don't know how you, what do you say that, off, I don't know. So you can tell that I'm having some issues with my brain and my other extremities so much. I'm going to go get a neck massage after this live. Hopefully that will help me relieve something. Maybe something's pushed or jumped, you know, whatever. And so I'm going to go do that after this live so that maybe I can feel better. I am supposed to take, the girls are going, I'm not going to do the middle, these things. I'm just going to do the sides. The girls, or Lucy, you guys all know Lucy, well, most of you do. She was on live with me on Monday. She has a tumbling meet that we're going to today. It's for tomorrow, but we have to travel today because it's about 3 hours away from here, and she has to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning. So we're not going to go at 5 in the morning or earlier, 4:30, because the time changed. So it's more than that because we have to go to Utah. Sorry, I need some more paint. And Utah is You're picking up a puppy, Margie. Cool. Oh, that's cool of you. Is it a rescuer? Yeah. All right. So, am I back in the screen a little bit? Oh, I need to do this the other way, huh? So, anyway, I'm going to go do that. We're going to leave today about 5 o'clock. And then we're going to stay overnight. And then go to the tumbling meet after that. Okay. What you think, you guys? So, I love it. I'm very happy with it. There was some places I made some errors over here when I was putting it against the table. Let me fix those things. Just trying not to make it. Oh, I did pretty good. One little spot there. All right, when I get it all dry, I'm going to spray it. So there is my new or upcycled item for my porch. I love it. The white one has always seemed like it is just it's just like my son said, I never noticed it. Just unnoticeable. So now this black one will be noticeable. It sits next to a pink bench, pink wrought iron bench that I bought many years ago from my other house. And I brought it for this one because I knew it would look darling on that porch. Okay, let's do a bunny. Got some, oh, let me fix this so you're not so far away and we can get you back on the project the right way. Okay. All right, I've got these let me switch it. So I have these transfers that are little bunnies. They're so cute. And I have some flowers. And I have a Some Bunny Loves You. That's what that says. Some Bunny Loves You. I put that in there. And yesterday I used one of these and realized that the white isn't very good. So I'm going to go ahead and use my brush that I already used, my stencil brush. I can paint with it. It's okay. And I'm going to add some paint to this because it came right off with my glue mixture. So I certainly don't want that to happen on my transfers and them not stick, because it just isn't on there very good. I think it's probably sprayed, or it's just not very, the whitewash isn't very sticky. Plus I have this little, I have that spot right there that I wanted it to be covered up. I bought these at Michael's. They were on sale, and I bought the Pro Pack so that I could have, and I bought white and just wood, bought both kinds. And so I have a couple of things in mind for these. I just think they're great because they already have the sawtooth. Look, the sawtooth. They have a piece of jute, and then they have the sawtooth thing. So, yeah, works good. Okay, 15 more minutes. Mary, I might not be, well, I might take 15 minutes. So I know that Mary was on here, but she might be getting ready for hers. So anyway, so I'm just using my stencil brush to paint on that white because I want that white to be good white on there. I don't have to do the edges or anything. The edges are already white. I just wanted a really good coat of white paint. Okay, Christy, I don't know about that. It'll cost so much. You might have to wait till I come to Indiana, which is, unless we do something, never. If we do something as a group and do Indiana or the South or whatever, I'll bring it with me. No, I didn't know about that. I love it. Thank you, Margie, for saying you love it. Jeannie loves it. I don't know if it's a crystal massage therapist. I don't know if she knows how to do that. I just know that I am very tight in my shoulder area, and that's usually my problem. I am very tight that way. So I just want to set this out and see how I want to put these. This is kind of like a dry fit, right? I want to do a dry fit. And I think both of those are so cute. And I am going to do it on top, but I'm going to try not to get it in their faces. And I think that I need to maybe switch these two, because that way it'd be on the flower and not the face. And this, I don't have to have that flower there. Like that. That's about the way I want to do it. And then I thought I'd put some extra flowers. I don't know. I don't like them. I don't like those flowers. I'm going to have to figure out. I have a whole bunch of them. Maybe I can find something else to go there. If I could find just some of these, I might. This is what I'm going to do right here. I'm going to use my scissors and kind of fussy cut right there, that off. Then I can put the bunny farther over here. And I could use some of these kinds of flowers. Let me look in my basket. I've been trying to do a basket of the stuff that I have so that I have it together and know where it is. Oh, I need some butterflies on there, don't I? Butterflies would be cute. There's that butterfly. Here's some flowers. Oh, here's some eggs. Maybe I should put eggs and a butterfly on at the bottom. What about that? Eggs right there and one flower over here and one butterfly over there. Do I have an odd number now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I do. I think that'll work cute. That'll look really cute. Okay, let's try that. So I am going to do the transfers first. I'm going to take this off. And before I do that, I think I want to do a little bit of crackle on here. Now, I'm not doing crackle with paint and glue. I have a bunch of crackle stamps. I have this one. I think that's too much, but I kind of like this one. I don't like this one. So I think we'll go with this one, and I can just put it wherever I want to put it. I'm going to take this off. And I have used it before, so I don't have to sand it off. But if you haven't used a stamp before, you might, I'm going to do it this way. You might want to go and sand it off before you use it the first time. It makes it so the ink is better in the pieces of the thing. All right, I want to do it. I'm going to do it all the way across so you don't miss parts. So something like that. You see how cool that looks? I'm using watering can archival. It's not black, it's gray. It's archival ink. That means it won't come off. It's not the kind that is water per se. Let's see. I did it this way, didn't I? I don't think it matters which way. Makes it look like it's scratched. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you guys doing a YouTube. Usually, I'm not on YouTube very much. I need to get better at that and do it every week, and instead of just once a month. I think I'd do better if I did it. And one more. I'm just taking the ink thing and putting it down and then doing that. It doesn't really seem like there's a seam in between. And I'm going to wipe this off later. You can't hardly tell that it's there, but I'm going to wipe that off later. Okay, love it. Love it. Stamps are so versatile. And tis dry. All right, let's put this bunny up here, the top. Make sure it's the top. Don't put your fingers on the colored part. You can touch the plastic, but don't put it on the. I didn't put it down. I just got it there. Okay, I'm going to go for that. I'm going to get out my transfer thing. Transfer that on there. think this will probably be my last bunny project. And I do more green things that you can use year round. So it's taken to it really well. All right, there's our bunny. All right, I love it. So we decided to put this guy or girl over here, right? Might be a girl because she has a bow in her on. Of course, could be a bow tie, right? Bow around her neck. This board is not flat. You see how it has the 2 extras there? It can be used hung that way or with a sawtooth. I'm going to leave both of them on, and whoever purchases it or whatever can decide how to have it. I will probably put this in my Crafty Commerce live next Saturday. No, Saturday after that. Next Saturday is our big Take 5 thing over on Facebook. Having a big celebration. Spring. Leap year. Leap into spring. Alrighty. There's that bunny. Some bunny loves you. And then we're going to put her right here. These transfers are so easy to use and they make things so fun. It's 6 minutes before my turn and the hop is up. Of course, if I was on just by myself, I could do as many or as long as I wanted. And I think this is going to come off the side. Do it like this. The little ones go so quickly. They're not, don't have to have so much. Thinking I'm doing this pretty symmetrical. So for those of you that love symmetry, here I am. Symmetry and matching. The only thing that's not going to match is the butterfly. Butterflies are not going to match. One's yellow and one's blue. It's like it came up off of there by itself, which is amazing. The blue one might not show up so well with the gray. All right, we're going to do Somebody Loves You. Make sure it's kind of in the middle. I could come down just a little bit so that bunny isn't overly taken. And I can't use white. I'll use some black. So I'll just use the black that I have out here. I only need a little bit because I can do this. I can do this with one swipe of black in a brush. I'll float it and hold it down. Okay. Pop that up. Sometimes it doesn't want to come up straight. Don't want it to go that way because I didn't want it to ruin the letters. I will use a little bit. I'm going to put some water on this black so it's not so, it's been sitting out for a while, so it's dried up a little bit and so it's thick. I'm just going to use a little bit of, and I'm just going to dot and fill in these bridges. So everybody, if you're on Facebook at any time and you want to watch some really good crafters, tune in to Take 5. We have some great people that do a variety of things. And you'll want to follow them as well. And you can follow everybody that's a collaborator. Anyway, I'm going to finish this after the live. You guys, make sure you find somebody to serve today. It'll make your heart happy and theirs as well. Thank you so much for being here and joining me here on YouTube, my YouTube channel. Hope to be on better again later. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.